Hello friends! We're unfortunately having a repeat of March, I think. I watched 0 shows and 3 movies. One movie was a completely new one, which I have quite a bit to say about. One was a repeat that I've seen about 1,000,000 times. And one I fell asleep watching within the first 30 minutes, but I'm counting it anyways. Because this is really sad. The first movie I watched was Dee Dee. It came out this year, actually. I'm not very good at getting onto new movie trends. I normally wait a year or 2 to watch it. But my local theater has a high school film club where high schoolers can go in and watch movies for free and then talk about it for an hour afterwards. And it is so much fun, and this movie was a part of that program. I'm trying to read my Letterboxd review so I know what to talk about, but I can't see. Basically, this movie is about a 13-year-old Asian American boy in, I want to say 2008? Okay, technically I was a toddler in 2008, but from what I remember and from the internet archives I've seen, this was so accurate. The main character, his name is Chris, he watches videos from the very beginning of YouTube, and he'll post skate clips and stuff. And when I go back and watch videos from 2008 to 2012, that's just what it was. It was just people hanging out in their basements making videos and putting them online. This reminded me a lot of Pen 15, which is one of the most awkward and uncomfortable shows, but it's also one of my favorites. It's just so good. I wrote in my review, it kind of reminded me of Pen 15, but maybe it's just because I related so much to the cringy middle schooler vibe of it all. I look back and realized I was the exact same way. And I was. Obviously, there's some differences. Me in middle school and this character in this movie when he was in middle school, I've had 2 very different experiences, but I feel what really connects all early teenagers is just being cringy and awkward, and everything's embarrassing and everything sucks, and that's just how it is for a couple years. A big part of this movie was Chris using instant messenger to talk to his friends, and I feel a lot of the times when, adults write scripts for how teenagers talk, it's really inaccurate. It's just too trend heavy, and it's just you can tell a group of 30-year-olds were sitting there oh, what do the kids say these days? But this didn't feel like that. Even little details, a text would have the wrong your. It was supposed to be you are, but it'd be y-o-u-r. It would be the possessive instead of whatever. That's confusing to explain. They would use the wrong form of words, or things would be misspelled, and it just felt so natural. I was yeah, that's just how people in middle school talk. That's how I talked. One of the smaller characters is Chris's older sister Vivian, and even though she didn't have a lot of screen time, I related to her so heavily. This movie takes place in the summer, and it's the summer right before she goes off to college. And in about a year, that's where I'm gonna be. And my sister, I guess, is technically a year younger than Chris was in this, but she'll be around his age. And throughout the whole movie, they just fight all the time. They make fun of each other like siblings do. But there was one moment where she says something to make fun of him, and it he was already having a really hard day, and it hit him really hard. And you can tell she just felt so guilty. And that's exactly how me and my sister are. We spend all day making fun of each other, but I'll see her upset and be oh gosh, that's my baby, bro. That's so sad. So for the rest of the movie, or a lot of the rest of the movie, she's just very empathetic, sympathetic towards him. I don't know what the right word is there. You can tell deep down, even though she makes fun of him, she needs to take care of him. She feels that's her role. And that's so real. Also, the cinematography for this, oh my gosh. It was so beautiful. I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be bad, but this, whatever I was expecting, it blew that out of the water. I don't know if I can find any screen grabs from that. It was just so gorgeous. And I don't know what it is, I really love specific types of shots in movies, and one of them is the view into a car window or into a bus window. And this movie had so many of those, so obviously I was bound to love it. Just the lighting of it all, the lighting and the coloring was just so, it was so nostalgic, and it was so, nostalgic is the right word, but there's another word that I can't think of. I feel sentimental isn't right. I looked up nostalgic synonyms because I know it's really close to that word, but it's just not quite that word. I really like the end of my review. I put my closing thoughts in there. Closing thoughts, Fahad was hilarious, and the skater guys were hot. I'm just a girl, guys. Truly, I'm just a girl. The second movie I kind of watched was The Importance of Being Earnest. I was on the phone with my friend, and he's do you want to watch this movie? And I said, sure, and he was screen sharing, and I fell asleep 30 minutes in. This movie looked like it was a lot older, and I feel not in the way they intended. It came out in 2002, and it was set in the 1800s, 1890s, I think it said. It was the very late Victorian era, so around then. I mean, it's a play by Oscar Wilde, so obviously the movie might have been slightly different, but it's around the same time period. And yes, the costumes were old looking, but like the camera quality just wasn't good. And maybe that was intentional. Maybe I'm just so used to newer movies. I was kind of shocked to learn it came out in 2002. Reese Witherspoon is in it. Love her. That automatically makes it better for me. I don't remember much from the first 30 minutes. It just seems like one of those movies. I'm sure it was great. The last movie I watched was Tangled. If you know anything about me, I am a Tangled girl at heart. There's a picture of me in like 2010 being her for Halloween. I love this movie so much. I mean, truly, I watch it like 6-7 times a year. Like whenever I'm upset, I'll be like, ugh, I need to watch Tangled. It was like the first Disney movie I remember ever coming out. And I don't know why that's like such a specific memory for me, but it means so much and I wanted to be her so badly growing up. Thank you for watching this super quick video. I'm hoping to watch more next month. Actually, it's a guarantee that I'll watch more because I'm a part of Strong Leads again. I hope you had a good time watching it. I had a pretty fun time making it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.